Well, hello there. New setup, as you might be able to tell if you regularly watch my videos. So today I'm going to try something new that I haven't really done before. I'm going to call these videos quick response videos. So it's just going to be me talking to the camera. As you might be able to tell, no jump cuts, no editing, no script of any kind. Just me talking, rambling on to the camera, just chilling, talking about current events, issues. Let me know if you guys like these kinds of videos, because if you do, it would save me a lot of time on editing. If you don't, I'm still going to be doing my other videos, which are definitely more planned out. The ones with the pink backgrounds, they're more well thought out. So let me know what your preference is. I'm just experimenting, trying things new, see if it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So today I want to talk about the GOP presidential debate, which is tonight. My thoughts, my opinions, my predictions. As everyone knows, it's going to be the Donald Trump show. Donald Trump is going to be center of the stage. He's going to get the most attention. He's going to get the most questions aimed at him. And he is going to love it, because Donald Trump loves some attention. He loves that fame. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it, though. I'm actually excited about seeing Donald Trump on stage, which maybe I should be ashamed of myself, but Donald Trump is hilarious. He's a great entertainer. Do I want him to be president? No, not in the slightest, but he's a great entertainer. I'm excited to hear his answers, just because Donald Trump does not hold back what he's feeling. I mean, most of the politicians up there are going to give just the lamest answers that don't really answer anything. And Donald Trump is going to be Donald Trump. He's just going to basically say what he thinks, and it's going to be funny. I'm not worried about Donald Trump. I don't think Donald Trump is going to make it very far. I think a lot of people are just frustrated with politicians, so they're like, oh yeah, Donald Trump for president. But I think he's going to drop out eventually, because I don't think Donald Trump wants to be president. I think he's doing this for fame. I think he wants another TV show. He wants to be a pundit on Fox News. He wants a book deal. I don't think he actually wants to be president. So I think that's why he's doing it. And, you know, if he could bring me a few laughs along the way, all right. So he's going to be the star tonight. I think a lot of people are tuning in just to watch Donald Trump on stage. And because of that, the other candidates, there's going to be 10 candidates on stage, are not going to get a lot of questions. So they're going to be struggling for time. So I think one of the tactics they're going to use, some of them, maybe the more establishment candidates, the Jeb Bushes, the Chris Christies, are going to be attacking Donald Trump, because they want the attention on them. So it's actually been kind of funny to watch that debate, because they want that YouTube clip. They want to be on the news the next morning. That clip of them going with Donald Trump, just fighting with Donald Trump. They want that clip. The other candidates, the more anti-establishment, whatever you want to call them, candidates, I think they're afraid of Donald Trump, because they want Donald Trump's voters, the people who like Donald Trump, when he drops out. So they're not really going to attack Donald Trump. They're going to be kind of just there on stage, basically being invisible. I think one of the candidates who is going to struggle for time tonight is Rand Paul. So if you're a Ron Paul supporter like I was in 2008 and 2012, you know that frustration of your candidate not getting any questions when you think he should. So I think Rand Paul, who I overall like, he's done a lot of good things in the Senate. He's going to have to use that small amount of time that he actually gets wisely, of course, and I hope he uses that time to distinguish himself from the rest of the candidates. And there's a few positions of his that he has taken in the past, at least, that are different from the rest of the candidates. It really separates him from the field, and I hope he really voices that. One of the issues is civil liberties, NSA, spying issues, and I hope he gets a chance to talk about that, because, I mean, the whole Patriot Act filibuster a little while back, that that was awesome. And people, the grassroots, were so excited about him after that. And I feel like the excitement has kind of gone down lately. I know there's been maybe more like this, but there's been kind of a disappointment I've seen on Facebook from a lot of libertarians who kind of want Rand Paul to, you know, to really just come out swinging and kind of get some guts. And really, it feels like the past few months he's kind of been blending in with the rest of the candidates. It almost seems like it's deliberate. So he kind of wants to back away from the whole libertarian-ish thing, and that's kind of disappointing to me. So I hope he really realizes that, you know, he really does need his base to be excited about him. I understand he's kind of in a pickle because he needs his base, of course, to be excited about him, but he also needs to reach out to mainstream conservatives with his message if he actually wants to win the primary. So I hope he really kind of, and I think he can. I think he can phrase NSA issues in a way that really reaches out to mainstream conservatives, because at least from what I've done, I haven't got that much backlash from conservatives on that issue. If you frame it in a certain way, I think they're totally with you. If you frame it as a constitutional issue, as you frame it as even an anti-Obama, which I know is partisan, but they really respond to that, I think he can do that. And one of the issues that he's been different from in the past, at least, is foreign policy. And I know once again it's kind of a pickle on foreign policy, because he wants to keep his libertarian non-interventionist base, but he also wants to reach out. But I think he's sending a lot of mixed messages on foreign policy lately, where, you know, he talks about non-interventionism with the libertarian crowd, but then he goes on and does things like he's against the Iran deal, he signed Tom Cotton's Iran letter, he's for sanctions, he's even open to arming Ukraine, all those things that are not non-interventionism, they're pretty interventionist. So I really hope he kind of clarifies his foreign policy, and if he's a non-interventionist, like I am, there are definitely ways to frame that to a conservative audience. I always thought as Rand Paul, as someone who can take Ron Paul's message, and I was a Ron Paul supporter, and really articulate it in a way that reaches mainstream conservatives. And there are definitely ways to do that. I mean, Ron Paul is Ron Paul. Ron Paul is Ron Paul, like Donald Trump is Donald Trump. Ron Paul just speaks his mind. He's not really concerned about, how do I frame that? Ron Paul is Ron Paul. He speaks his mind. He speaks the truth as he sees it. He just basically says what he's thinking. And I think Rand Paul thinks about things more before he speaks, as, you know, how can I frame this in a way that reaches mainstream conservatives? Which is great, because we definitely need to do more reaching out. But I hope he really keeps the non-interventionist foreign policy and doesn't change his positions, because you can change your language, that's fine, because then you need to reach out, but when you change your positions, you really kind of alienate your base. Not kind of, you do alienate your base, and you get people disappointed in you. And I think there's been, like I said, kind of a dip in excitement in the grassroots, and I think he can change that. I mean, it's still early. It's the first, as of filming, the first debate hasn't even happened yet. So I think he can really re-energize the base, but I think he needs to stay true to his positions that he has held in the past that really got the grassroots excited about him. Of course, you could talk about free markets and all that stuff, but if he stays true and talks about civil liberties, non-interventionist foreign policy tonight, I think that would be awesome, because he's really different from the rest of the war hawks on stage. If he really comes out, of course he shouldn't be like, oh, a dove, he shouldn't come off as a pacifist, but if he talks about big government foreign policy, about how conservatives, you know, we can't afford this, we have this huge national debt, if he comes off with that, I think he can really get people excited, which I hope he does, because he really does have an opportunity to spread the liberty message to average people, to normal people. in a way that a lot of libertarians have never been able to do before. We've never had that platform like Rand Paul has. So I really hope he stays true to the message of liberty tonight, and I'm looking forward to see it, and I hope he does. I'm trying to make sure all my advice, if you want to call it that, is constructive, because, you know, I want him to do good. I want him to be a candidate who is reasonable, who I could support in the field, who isn't just, you know, bomb everyone like the rest of the candidates. So I hope he does that. So basically, I guess that's basically sums it up. I can see my thing is over 10 minutes long. So basically, this is just me rambling onto the camera. Let me know if you guys like this, and I'm looking forward to the debate, and want to see your comments about what you thought afterwards about it. So thank you for watching. Let me know if you like these kinds of videos or if you don't at all. So thanks. Have a good day. Bye.